Hello, I'm Sheila Sterling, and I assist people in regaining their total wellness regardless of your chronological age. So many of my clients have been struggling with fatigue, a lot of fatigue, and actually mental fuzziness or fog, as they call it. And some of them are saying that it's because of the medication that they've been taking. So I'd like to give you some information on just that. All right. So there are certain foods actually that can bring on mental fog. Of course, we all know MSG. Be sure and take that out of your diet altogether. If you're having processed food, processed meats can also cause you to have mental fog. Of course, not enough sleep. And if you're sensitive to dairy products, because sometimes even that, cheeses, yogurts, and things like that can bring on mental fog. And of course, dehydration can actually trigger it. Now, on the good side, there's some good news because there's actually some things that can combat some fuzziness and what they call brain fog. And that is, of course, you want to have good quality protein and, anything that's grass-fed or organic. And you want to have good healthy fats, actually, it's really good. And what we mean by that, if you like avocados, great, because they're absolutely full of omega-3s. They're wonderful for you. Organic olive oil is also really good. Coconut oil. Be sure and add these into your diet somehow during the day because it can actually help with mental clarity. And of course, cut out sugary carbohydrates. Now, good carbohydrates and non-starchy carbohydrates, of course, deep green vegetables, they actually can help mental clarity as well. There's also a couple of supplements you might want to look into. Make sure what your levels are before you just start taking supplements, though, okay? But vitamin D, D3, can actually help your mental clarity. Vitamin B12, actually, is also very good for that. And a prebiotic. Prebiotics are really important. And of course, please be sure you're getting enough rest because sometimes that can really cause us to feel, not very mentally clear. So we want to be sharp and awake at all times, right? So also, that's about mental clarity, but some of my clients are also talking about fatigue, and basically it's almost the same thing. If you're feeling really fatigued, chances are you aren't getting enough rest at night. You're probably working on your computer till late, and you put your computer down and think that your brain is going to shut off. It will not. And that can add to a lot of fatigue. So try to give yourself about an hour away from any electronics before you go to sleep. Having a cup of warm water with some lemon in it or some turmeric before you go to bed is also really, really good for your sleep. Now, stress is actually the number one cause of keeping you from feeling like you can relax or sleep, and that causes fatigue. So, have you found the time and made the time during the day to maybe kick off your shoes and walk in some grass or put your feet in some sand? I know that may be difficult for some. Maybe you can find a park bench to sit on and close your eyes for 5 minutes. See yourself in your highest good. Take some deep breaths from your belly. Belly breathing, it causes oxygen to come into every cell in the body. So do feel free to take a few really deep breaths and enjoy. And do what you can to lessen your stress during the day, because that is actually an overthought. Too much computers, too much information, too much input. We are all getting that, and that actually can cause fatigue. Along with, of course, you can get overwhelmed with sugar, and that'll just knock you right out of the park. So ease up on that a bit. So these are just a few tips that I have for you right now about mental clarity and combating fatigue. Be sure and stretch in the morning when you wake up. Stretch out every part of your body. And try taking a few moments to be grateful. Grateful for the day. Just be grateful. just see what happens when you start doing that. List off the things that you're grateful for. This is Sheila Z. Sterling, and I look forward to connecting with you very soon.